Hi everybody, how's everybody doing today? Yay! I don't know if you noticed, but on the top little screen up here, you can tell that it's a little late for me. I'm tired, but I thought I'd go ahead and do your video for you, and I thought I'd go ahead and just let you know what all was going on. So obviously you guys have gotten the message. We're going to be out for 2 whole days. The 2 of the gazillion days that we're out. I miss you guys. I miss you guys. I can't help myself. I miss you guys. Um, so this is what we're going to do. First things first. You guys are going to hit up Quizlet today, okay? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your quiz over these wonderful flashcards that we've had. I do not want you to do the flashcards with the pictures. I want you to do the spelling ones, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to do the learn activity today. I want you to get all of them right. That's my goal here. But if you can get 23 out of 27 correct, as many attempts as you want to take, I don't care. As many attempts as you want to take, I want you to get them correct. Here's the deal. I want you to not click this button here. I don't want you to start with the French. Nope. I don't want, you can do speak text if you want to. It's fine with me. But for here, it's like if we were going to say some whiteout, we would say du correcteur, and that's how we would say it, and we would say answer. Done and done. Press any key to continue. We move on to the next one, okay? Let's see here. A piece of paper. Une feuille de papier. Une feuille de papier. And we'd answer it. Good to go. Okay? Let's click on another one. Let's see here. A female teacher. Let's say I put un prof. Oh, that's not right. Grr. If you mix up un and une, you cannot overwrite it under any circumstances. However, let's go on to the next one maybe. Let's do this one. Une règle. Okay? I'm going to put that in. All right? That's not necessarily correct, but it's correct for me. Oh, I missed that accent. Override that accent. You were right. Okay? Accents I'm not too terribly worried about right now. What I'm more worried about is that you guys get the words. So that's what I want you to do. Your goal is to get this little green box right here at 23 or above. 23. 23 or plus. Okay, so 23 or more. So that's your goal for today. And then what I'd like to do is I want to go over to the Abon School Supplies area. Okay, once you're done with that quiz, I want you to do me a favor. You have one of a couple of options. You can email me your score. If you have a Mac, you should know how to do a screenshot. Take a screenshot of that and send it to me. If you have a phone that takes pictures, you can take a picture of your final score. That would be fine. Some of you have already done that in the past with me. If you have a parent that would be willing to email me from their email account and tell me what your score is, done, finished, perfect. Those are your 3 options, okay? If you still can't do any of that and maybe you've got the picture on your phone, bring it to me or something like that, or email me and let me know what's going on, because I don't want to put a missing grade in the grade book for you. So just do that for me, okay? This has to be done by 10 p.m. tomorrow night. That means 10 p.m. on Tuesday, not Monday, but Tuesday. So 10 p.m. is when you have to get it done, okay? Here's the deal. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start something called borrowing. Now, needless to say, we've been talking about school supplies. So now we're going to learn how to borrow those school supplies. And the good thing is this is a super, super short section. Super short. It's only 3 days. Not a big deal. So this is what I want you to do. All right? This section right here, and I'm starting to go a little hoarse, so I'm not going to be able to stay on too terribly long. But this section here is what I want you to look at. This section here is called the borrowing section. Now, what I've done is I've gone to our Abon website. If you click on the Abon website, and then you click on school supplies, right here, chapter 1, school supplies. You're going to scroll down from the school supplies and you are going to see that section there. It's called Abon chapitre 1, chapter 1, okay? And this says at the first of it, tu me prêtes or vous me prêtez. Okay, tu me prêtes or vous me prêtez. Both of those mean could you lend me? One of them is informal and one of them is formal. You're not going to walk up to the president and go, yo, dude, would you please just like, could I borrow something from you, dude? That's not polite. That's not right. And you guys know, I've told you this already, the French is super duper polite. So you need to make sure you're being super polite and saying, s'il te plaît, please, 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 or s'il vous plaît, please, please, please. Okay, so those are the things we're going to look at today. Tu me prêtes, s'il te plaît, is an informal request to a friend. So, Jack, if you're borrowing something from Jared, you would say, tu me prêtes. However, let's see here, Adam, if you were borrowing something from me, you have to be formal with me because I'm your elder. I'm older than you, okay? Not by much. I'm just kidding. Vous me prêtez is what you would say. So instead of saying tu me prêtes to a friend, you would say vous me prêtez. Vous me prêtez. Never pronounce that Z, by the way. Vous me prêtez. And then the two ways that we say please, we say s'il te plaît, s'il te plaît, and that is please informally. So let's see here. Rachel, you would say s'il te plaît to Abigail, right? S'il te plaît. And then let's see here. Garrett, you would say s'il vous plaît to Monsieur Breslin. Does that make sense? Okay? All right, so let's go over the pronunciation of these things, and then I'm going to give you a little hint really quick. First thing I'm going to say is tu me prêtes un, une, deux, or des, and then s'il te plaît. And that is saying, could you lend me a, or could you lend me some, please? So we could put this in, let's say we want to borrow a pencil. We could say, tu me prêtes un crayon, s'il te plaît. Or if I wanted to say, could you lend me some flashcards, please? I would say, tu me prêtes des fiches, s'il te plaît. Okay? Now, in this case right here, if we're looking at this phrase here, vous me prêtez, let's say, for instance, you guys have a tendency to ask this a lot, is, Madame, vous me prêtez un élastique, s'il vous plaît? An élastique, you guys should know what an élastique is, right? An élastique is a rubber band. So, vous me prêtez un élastique, s'il vous plaît? You would say, s'il vous plaît, to me. Okay, so super important that you're super duper polite to those people that are older than you, even though I'm not that much older. Just kidding. All right, then you could say, do you have? Now, a lot of you have to borrow paper. I know how it is. It is what it is. So you might want to ask to borrow a piece of paper from a friend. And you say, oh, Katie, tu as une feuille de papier, s'il te plaît? Tu as un feuille de papier, s'il te plaît? You're asking her if she has one. And she can choose to say yes or no. Katie's super nice, so I know she'll say yes. But do you see what I'm saying? She would say tu as. And tu as is do you have. Now, if you wanted to ask moi, if I have a piece of paper, you would say, Madame, avez-vous une feuille de papier, s'il vous plaît? Avez-vous une feuille de papier, s'il vous plaît? Okay, so you kind of see how that works? It's a little different. Il y a une différence entre s'il te plaît and s'il vous plaît. Cool? All right, I'm going to keep going. Then the last way we can say this is je peux avoir. Je peux avoir. Let's say, for instance, oh gosh, who do I have that loves to use whiteout all the time? I don't remember anybody, but I'm thinking of Alex for some strange reason. I don't know. So Alex might say, Madame, je peux avoir du correcteur, s'il vous plaît? Je peux avoir du correcteur, s'il vous plaît? So she's asking me if I can give her, or could she have some whiteout, please? See how that works? Okay? All right, now here come the responses. Now the responses are super cool because you already know the responses. If I ever said, je peux continuer, what do you guys say? You yell it out loud. Loud and proud. Oui, madame, right? What does that oui mean? It means yes. Okay, so oui, voilà. Yes, here you go. Yes, here you go. Une feuille de papier. Hold on, I got one right here. I'm going to show you. You might say, Madame, avez-vous une feuille de papier? I would say, oui, voilà. Voila, there it is. Okay? All right. Now, what do you have to say if you're going to be polite? You always say thank you, right? Thank you, right? And you're going to say merci, merci. Okay? Now, obviously, when somebody says thank you, you're supposed to say your welcomes, right? So there's two ways to say you're welcome. You have two ways. The first way you could say it is volontiers, volontiers, and that's kind of like I volunteered to give it to you, so of course, okay, volontiers, gladly, gladly, I gladly volunteer to give that to you. And then you've got de rien, and oh, my dog just moved. I'm sorry, it scared me. De rien means you're welcome in French. De rien. Okay? Now, what happens? What happens if you don't have a pen to give anybody? Okay? You have to be super polite. Go, I'm so sorry, I don't have a pen. You would say, désolé, désolé, je n'ai pas de stylo. Désolé, je n'ai pas de stylo. I don't have a pen. I'm sorry, I don't have a pen. And so that's how that kind of goes. And then, of course, if that person says, I don't have it, you can say, oh, thanks anyway. No big deal. Psh. And so you would say, merci quand même. Merci quand même. All right? So these are your notes for this next section. All I want you to do is I want you to copy down the French and I want you to copy down the English. I want you to make sure you have both of them. So super important. Insanely important. Okay, so make sure you have that written down. Now here's the cool part. As if there could be anything cooler. All of the audio here that I just went over with you is right here on our website. So if you turn the volume up on your computer, your ordinateur portable, if you turn on your computer's volume, and all you have to do is press play. So let's listen to one of them. It's probably going to sound really bad, but just to kind of get the idea of how it works, press play.
Tu me prêtes, s'il te plaît?
See how easy that was? Tu me prêtes, s'il te plaît. Okay? And then maybe it says,
Merci quand même. Merci quand même.
Merci quand même. Do you see how that works? So you get a chance to hear it. Okay? All right. And I think that's all for this site. Now, what we can do, if you guys want a little bit more practice, there's a Quizlet site right here. All right? And this Quizlet site is really, really cool. I'm actually going to turn my volume. I'm not even going to worry about the volume right now. But if you press the flashcard section here, audio is off, good. Tu me prêtes un stylo, s'il te plaît, means, could you lend me a pen, please? So take the time to seriously study these and go over them. If you want to play Space Race, if you want to play Learn, Scatter, Test, Speller, do whatever you got to do. It's all good, okay? But I just want you to get used to saying these phrases. Tu me prêtes, okay? Répétez après moi. Repeat after me. Répétez après moi. Tu me prêtes. Vous me prêtez. Tu as. Avez-vous. Je peux avoir. Oui, voilà. Non, désolé. Merci, merci. Merci beaucoup. De rien. And then merci quand même. And then my two favorites, the most important, s'il te plaît. And then s'il vous plaît. Okay, so that's all I have for today. First things first, do the quiz. Do the quiz, do the quiz. And the quiz is the learn aspect on the school supplies Quizlet. So if I go back, I'm going to click on it for you really quick so that you at least have the website to go to. Again, this is going to be in the email that I send out to you guys. But it's this right here. This is your Quizlet address right here. I want you to go to it. I want you to get 23 out of 27. Totally doable. And like I said, you have as many attempts as you want to. Just make sure that you start with the English. Don't click these buttons here. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed. I miss you guys. Have fun in the snow. Don't get injured. I'm not kidding about the injury part. I can't handle it. So don't get injured, but have fun. God bless you guys. I love you guys so much. And I hope you have a wonderful couple of days off.